All right, so I've got a Cricut hack, and this one is actually pretty cool. So I'm working on a scrapbook currently, and I needed some phrases. I've got a picture of my girlfriend and I. Anyway, so I want to make this, but I want to make it the wavy font. So my font that I am using right now is Keep on Truckin', and I get that from DeFont. You can download it for free. Once you download it to your computer, then you search your Cricut app, or like now, if I had downloaded, I would X out of my Cricut app, download the font, and then re-enter the Cricut app on my desktop so it's there. So this is what I want to make wavy, and I found that you can actually do this in Cricut. This is crazy. So you go up here to the warp feature, and it gives you like all these different ways to warp this font. So like here, number 15, see how it makes it wavy. And then you can come down here and you can adjust like how wavy you want it, which I think is really cool. But I actually want to do something different, a little bit wavier. So I'm going to come back over here to the undo feature and see it put my word back correct or straight, however you want to say it. So I am going to split this word up. So I'm going to select the whole word. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click ungroup. And then I am going to just select the first three letters. And I'm going to group those together. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select, the last three letters, maybe. And I'm going to come over here and hit group. Okay, so now they're like a separate word. See? Okay, so then I've got these three. I'm going to go to my warp feature. And I'm going to select number 9. So number 9 keeps them kind of like flat on the top, but then curved on the bottom. Then I'm going to select these, and I'm going to go to warp. And I'm going to select number 10. And that's how I'm going to warp those words. Now I have the last word. Yikes. And I am going to select the whole word. I grouped it together. I'm going to go up to warp. And I'm going to select that warp that we did at the beginning, number 15. Okay. So then I'm going to put these together. And I want to fix this top one. So I'm going to go up here because I don't like the way it fits. And I'm going to play with the warping of it. And I think that actually looks a little bit better. I'll play with that one too, just a tad. So see, you can kind of play with how it looks. I might make that one just a tad different. And I might see if I can change this one. I don't know. Let's see how this one turns out. So I kind of like the way that is better together. And then you can go ahead now. You can play around with this if you don't have Cricut access, but you won't be able to cut it if you don't have Cricut access. It won't let you cut it. So you can, there is a workaround for that, where you get rid of your grid lines. So if you go up here and you click it, there's no grid lines. And then you can take a screenshot of this, upload it back into Design Space, and then that's your workaround. But I have Cricut access, but I'm actually going to make this a sticker. I'm not actually going to cut out the letters separately, because to glue in a scrapbook, that would just take forever. So if I make it a sticker, I can just group, like it'll be together in like one word then for me, and it'll be easier to stick on the top of my page. But that is kind of how you can play around in here. That warp feature has tons and tons of different ways to warp your words. So I encourage you to go ahead and play around in it. You can play around with the warp feature even if you don't have Cricut access, at least to get better with designing stuff. But that is actually turning out to be a really neat feature to get this to make curvy fonts. It actually looks kind of cool. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will check you next time.